Alright. Next up on the chopping block is Chaos. We're going to take this little island first, and we'll take out Chaos itself. Hop over here, take out these two locations, then take out the Necrons. Then we'll isolate the Tau and wipe them off the map. So we get our Killer Clan.
Why's you giving me orders? That's more like... Which way? Build it right up for you. Oh, hey, boss. Green is...
Alright, a little slow going. That's okay. Not gonna reinforce this squad here. We shouldn't have to. Let's build more buildings. Get this area reinforced for a potential attack by Chaos on the next turn.
Spiky boys are coming. They're shooting us. Build it right up for you. What can we do for you? Gretchen is ready. Ready for stomping? We'll clobber up good. What are you waiting for? This is taking forever. Ready for stomping? What do you want? Which way? Guns might be that way. Ready for stomping? Why's you giving me orders? What? What can we do?
Let's move all these guys down here. We're gonna take out at least one base pretty early on. Not sure why these guys aren't attacking anything. Oh, we're gonna attack down here. That's not good.
We better be going to a fight. We're all gonna die. We better be going to a fight. We'll go.
Alright, we should be able to defend okay with our buildings. Let's send our war boss back to help defend.
Where's the fighting? Moving out. We better be going to a fight. Let's get back into it. Yeah.
No vehicles at least, so we should be okay. Gonna take out this barracks so they don't keep spawning units on us. A little sideways here. Sorry, Gorguts is here. I'll tie these guys up at least. I know a fight he's gonna win. Let's get another squad of these guys out. Gotta capture these points.
What now? Build it right up for you. Oh, here, boss. Where's the fighting? Ready for stomping?
That's mine. Now to have it. You're really not gonna fight back? It's a pretty confident decision. Yeah, we'll go and infiltrate our Gretchens. That may save us some hassle in the long run.
Ready for stomping? What is it now belongs to the Orkz. We're going. They shooting us. Why you giving me orders? Let's stop some humans.
All right, that's one down. Little concerned they might have vehicles or something, so I'm gonna send Gorguts in.
We're ready.
Ready to pull these guys back if I need to.
Ready for stomping. They shoot we us. Get the job done. Where's the fighting? They shooting us. Storm boys, he's ready for a fight. It now belongs to the Orkz. Time to hit him hard. Why's you giving me orders? Let's stop some humans. Ready for stomping? Where's the fighting? What now? All right. Build it right up for you. What's it?
Oh, not quite what I had in mind. Let's get our poly guns out.
Build it right up for you. Why's you giving me orders? First to fight wins.
Where's their darn base at?
We get the job done fast. First to fight wins. Ready for stomping.
There's a generator. I assume it's back this way.
Some
I
humans.
didn't. I could have walked right past it, right?
To fight wins. Time for a war from above.
Where's he coming from?
All
All right, let's just go this way.
What is it? What do you want? They shooting us. Ready for stomping? Why's you giving me orders? They shooting us. Time for a war.
Yeah, here we go. That's right. It's up in this corner. I was thinking it's to the south, but it's not.
What is it? We'll clobber 'em good. We better we go into a fight. Here point, we go. Green is best. Ready for stomping? Here we go. Ready for stomping? Let's get back into it. What do you want? Up yours. Where's the fight? Hello? Who's there? Build it right up for you.
I'm gonna get a few upgrades out because we can.
That's what I was What are you waiting for? This is take forever. They shooting us. Why's you giving me green is best? Storm boy, what are you ready for a fight? We'll clobber up good. We do for you. Ready for
Alright, Shooter Boy should be able to clear out any infantry that's harassing us without much issue. Very powerful unit.
Build it right up for you.
Especially with the appropriate upgrades. These guys are doing a fantastic job. You really only need one Slugger Boy squad, typically. If you have a Mad Doc, then you are set, because it prevents them from dying. It's such a huge squad. I mean, it's up to 16 if you include the knob.
What do you want?
And they get flamethrowers. Or burners. Alright, we're gonna get a mech shop out too.
Build it right up for you. Ready for stomping.
Never mind, too late. But we are in our Killer Clan. Nice honor guard unit. Alright, our flash gets out, and then we'll get our big mech and his research, and that's all you really need. Maybe a couple tank busters just to be safe. These upgrades affect the...
We is the shootiest. I'm the biggest, so I'm the boss.
Oh, I didn't realize Blaster affected turrets. That's a pretty big deal.
He's got the best shooters there. Ready for stomping. He's got the best shooters there. There's things to shoot over there.
It says it affects shooters, and these guys have custom shooters. I assume that this affects that. We'll grab it anyway. Let's go put a stop to this. Those guys haven't upgraded.
Hello? Who's there?
Take care of that as well.
Ready for stomping. He's got the best shooters there.
Hey, flash kits just do so much darn damage.
Here to fix your garbage. I'm going. Oi! You boys follow me, or I'll give you a stomping. These boys is weak.
Alright, probably just a couple tank buster squads, and we should be set. Honestly, probably just push in without tank busters. Yeah, 138 to 197, and I think these range upgrades affect them as well.
Where's good to go? Use the boss. Here to blow stuff. Where's the target? Not all on the dead end of it. I'm going.
Did I get the upgrade for... I did not. He doesn't have the range upgrade yet. Where's that at?
Here to blow stuff. There's the target. If that's what you want, it's good to go. That's more like it. They shooting us! This is what we like, lads! We've got the best shooters there is. This is what we like, lads! Ready for stomping! Where's the target?
Alright, it should be enough. I'll probably throw out a couple just to defend our base.
They shooting us! Point us at the tanks. Where's the target? Don't bother me. I'm working on something. We'll frag them to Zod. We's good to go. If that's what you want. The best shooters there is. We'll get them full on. We'll get them full on. Ready for stomping. We'll move real sneaky like. Ready for stomping. Here to blow stuff. Don't bother me. They shoot us. I'm working on something. This is what we like best. What's it? What's it?
I'll go and upgrade that as well. Make it a little bit more survivable. So we usually get pushed pretty early on.
Don't hold on to that. You giving me orders? Ready for stomping? Use the boss. Whatever.
Alright, on to the next base.
Don't hold on to that end of it. Why's you giving me orders? I'm not doing anything.
You go put some wall banners over here.
Build it right up.
Help defend.
Build it right up for you. Ready for stomping? We'll frag them to Zog. We'll move real sneaky like. This is what we like, mates. What now? Hello? Who's there? Ready for stomping? They won't see us coming. This is what we like, man. Use the boss. They won't see us coming. What now? This is what stomping. If that's what you want. Which way? Build it right up. Ready for stomping? Ready for stomping?
Alright, in we go. Is this the right place, or is it... Pretty sure this is the right place. Yeah, here it is. I'd like to get all these upgraded to the missile turrets, and this should hold. There's a lot for me to build stuff in future defense as well. You know, we don't have to defend early or later. This is the last time we should have to defend. This chaos is going out next turn. Alright, let them do their thing. But a little bit more than cultists to stop me, guy. Good try, I guess. That's pretty solid defense. Alright, more war gear, more melee damage. Actually, you know what? No, because we have the Necrons coming up soon. So we can get the faster legs. So red ones go faster. These new legs will let you catch up with any gets getting away. Increases speed and health. 600 health, that is no small sum. Compared with the utility you get with that with the movement speed.
In a foul shrine in the Deimos Peninsula, lost souls summoned the Black Apostle Eliphas to Kronus. There, the word-bearers raised their black temples and launched their assault on the world. Eldritch energies split the earth with abyssal fissures and remade the lush jungles into a nightmare landscape, pulsing with ruinous energies.
What's going on, Kairos?
Master Demagogue, Eliphas made an advantage of the fractious
Happy
nature
Sunday.
of those bent to chaos. Instead of relying on a unified defense, he allowed his champions and cult leaders to establish their own satellite temples, where they could pursue their own dark rituals. Any attacker who hoped to defeat the Word-Bearers would have to run a bloody gauntlet of heretics, including some of the Legion's most veteran Chaos Space Marines. Indeed, killing the heretics on Kronus was pointless so long as the Great War Portal in Eliphas's Bastion remained open. The dark spells of the sorcerers Amphion and Zethus maintained this massive rend in the fabric of creation, granting Eliphas endless reinforcements. So long as the Deimos portal remained open, there could be no victory on Kronus.
How are they confusing the timeline? Are you talking about the oh, what's it called? The important book? I don't remember the name of it now. Arilu's darn book. Yeah, Lexicon of Paradox. There we go.
With the 37 keys of Zinch, we open the way.
I don't think I read the second half of it till after 1.2 dropped anyway. Or the first half, maybe.
Whispers of Slanesh.
I think 1.2 dropped when I was in Resin for the first time.
Plagues of Nurgle, we fell
Maybe a little bit later.
and with the mighty
Maybe that was 1.1.
my warnings, unbelievers, carried to your minds by the power of the Prince of Excess himself. We have raised altars in this land, so that we may sacrifice you to our gods.
Well, that's a full-on knob squad.
Of 10 millennia of
Usually it's like the standard units that are captured there. The knob squad is a higher tier unit.
The chosen of Khorne hunger to add you to their bloody tally. The blood god himself has marked this land and will claim your skulls for his throne. There is no hope in opposing the inevitable. Put down your arms, unbelievers, and bow before the forces of chaos undivided.
I don't actually recall.
Let's get looting. What can we do for you?
I have to go back and read it again.
Any other.
They say touch me again, and I croak you. What? We'll clobber like
Alright, let's go get our generators out.
Storm boys, and now no more kicking.
I go repair our killer clan just to be safe. Yeah, it probably doesn't help that I played the game over such a extensive amount of time. It's a few blurry spots. Once I play through it a couple more times, I'm sure I think it'll stick a little better. We gotta get to that point first. Even after playing like through Keymaker 3 times, it's not easy to keep everything straight. Alright, let's get all of our resources out first and pumping. So our honor guard can defend for now. I don't need to worry about units yet. Might have to expand a little bit up here because Orkz require a lot of requisition.
Up yours. Moving out.
We'll send a couple units up there.
They shooting
They
us.
might be able to defend this. But I think, you know what? Let's just send these guys back. Just the war boss and the shooter boy should be enough. Oh, I know I enjoy Pillars. I played it a little bit in the past. Again, it's a game that got me back into CRPGs after so long. Decided to finally be playing it. I think next up might be Kodor. I think it's time to go ahead and get Kodor in before there's another like surge of games.
What do you want? Up yours.
To make sure I have the right mods installed for it though, so it's on native resolution and runs well on Windows 10. Yeah, it's time to start playing some old favorites, and I want to get through all those CRPGs, because there's a couple that I want to replay, but I'm not going to replay any till well, take that back, because I'm going to play Wrath of the Righteous on stream, but streams don't count towards my schedule, typically. They kind of exist outside of it.
What's it? What's it? Build it right up. Hello? Who's there? I'm not doing anything.
Because we just have to build all those darn wall banners.
They shooting us. Hello? Who's there? Wake up, boys! It's time to fight.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest hesitations with pillars was I really couldn't decide which paladin class I wanted to play. Then if I wanted to play paladin or cipher. I think I knew early on. I was pretty decided on paladin. I just had to decide which paladin to play. I was tempted to play the Kind Wayfarer and the Shield of Eltka. But I know that you get Eder. As a tank, so I don't want to have that redundancy with the Shield of Eltka. Plus, the Shield of Eltka is like associated with it with a specific bit of lore, and since I'm not super familiar with the lore, I don't want to attach myself to that. The Cold Pack Knights, they kind of a little bit more freedom when it comes to role playing.
Moving out. Storm boys.
Let's get all our knobs out.
Why's you giving me orders? They shooting us. Why's you giving me orders?
Yeah, that's what I like about it. I think the was it the Bleak Walkers aren't even in the in the first game, right? Or are they in the first game? There's one of the Paladin subclasses that wasn't in the first game. It was in the second. I want consistency, so I couldn't play that one either. Yeah, I think Cold Pack Knights. It gives me more freedom to do quests and stuff. And I don't have to be like associated with a particular faction. That's one of the biggest hangups I have with like selecting certain backgrounds and things. It's like, oh, I have to be associated with this region, and I don't know anything about it because I've never played the game before.
That's what I was thinking. We're ready.
It's like these guys may end up being really bad people, and now I'm associated with them. All right, let's see. Start building some banners. Not gonna worry about upgrading them here for the most part.
Build it right up for you. What now? Build it right up for you.
Ready for stomping.
We're going.
They shooting us.
That was just one more, wasn't it? Just the Bleak Walkers added. I'm only familiar with the classes in the second game because I was trying to plan which I was going to play. Because I know you play as the same character in the second game.
It will make your destruction all the sweeter.
So I wanted that consistency across both titles.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
I'm really excited about it because it's not just like, you know, lawful good, lawful evil. And you don't have to adhere to your dispositions either. You can choose to, and it helps, but you don't have to. You don't lose your powers if you don't. I like the, I really like the naming schemes for stuff in Pillars too. I think that's one of my biggest draws to it. How, like, the names of some abilities and stuff are like snippets of a story. Especially some of the chants in the game. Just like really, really well named.
Hello? Who's there? What now? Build it right up for you. Please, no more kicking. Build it right up for you.
Yeah?
Alright.
Where's the fighting?
Get these guys back on this side to defend.
Going to a fight. Ready for stomping? I got the good bits for this fight.
I got the Orky 40 out.
Where's the fighting? Wake up, boys! It's time for fight! You need something fixed. Oi, you boys follow me, or I'll give you a thump.
Yeah, it is starting to get a little on in years. I think someone in the comments had referred to it as an older game. I was like, it's only been 7 years, man. I wouldn't consider that old yet.
Why's you giving me orders?
Though there are a bunch of older games I plan on playing. Like Eye of the Beholder. And the original Bard's Tale.
They shooting us!
Please, no more kissing.
It's a little pricey, but it's worth going ahead and getting this out. Find a spot for it.
They call me Boss's best.
I guess I don't really need vehicles with this build, since I'm mostly going to be using flash kits, shooter boys, and tank busters.
What? What? Wake up, boys! It's time for fighting!
In fact, I just need to focus on the flash kits next. Gonna get them out.
What is it?
Maybe. I mean, I guess we'll see. I'm excited about it. So I don't know what to expect. Like with Pathfinder, we had an idea of what to expect to a certain degree.
Why is that?
A new IP, they can get a little off the rails with it.
We've got the best shooters there is.
With 2 games under their belt, I mean, they've got the experience. I mean, I know that they're usually a little ambitious. They could probably curtail it a little bit for the next title, just to play it safe.
We've got the best shooters there is. Green is best. We've got the best shooters there is.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed Pillars 2 didn't do very well.
The best shooters there is.
We won't see another Pillars game. Though we are getting Avowed, which is part of the influence why I'm doing Pillars now.
Yes?
I want to be ready to play Avowed when it comes out. I know what I'm getting into because I'll be familiar with the lore and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. And then if they, if their IP doesn't do well, they still have DLC coming out for Wrath of the Righteous, so they have like that, I guess that security parallel to the new IP. And if it doesn't pan out, they can always fall back on Pathfinder. There's plenty of Adventure Pass and Starfinder, which is my first guess. I was really excited about the about Starfinder. I know some people don't like it, but there's not a lot of sci-fi CRPGs. They're few and far between.
That's what I was got the best shooters there is. Something fixed.
Oh, this is what I needed for the big mech upgrade. Well, that's Reddit for you.
Ready for stomping?
My legion will burn your false idols to ash. Chaos cannot be denied.
I'm on there quite a bit on my phone, but
Ready for stomping?
it could be well, I wouldn't say be a fickle place. It can be a little hive minding at times. What was I about to do? I was about to do something. Let's go ahead and get those 3 guys out. Oh, that's right. I wanted to do the generator upgrade. Yeah, but that's the same with every social media. And some people, I think, when they just see someone getting downvoted, they just hop on, like, the bandwagon. They may not even read the comment. It's whatever. That's why I try to stay in, like, my little isolated areas in social media.
Oh, fresh meat! I can make so many improvements! They shooting us!
I stay in my little gaming subreddits. I have a Twitter. I don't use it for anything, barely.
Bring the fighting juice! Oh, fresh meat! I can make so many improvements!
And I have YouTube, of course. That's the big one. Excuse me. T went down wrong. Yeah, I mean, gosh forbid you defend the space wolves on the 40k lore subreddit.
Oh, fresh meat! I can make so many improvements!
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Who's there? Build it right up for you.
Actually, it hasn't been too bad. It goes in phases. There's like seasonal hate trains in the 40k lore subreddit. I don't really need any of these upgrades, and hold off on that. Let's go get some tank busters out. Yeah, it's supposed to be a tragedy. Like, they were... It's funny because I like both of them. It's probably my favorite, well, Magnus is my favorite trader Primarch. It's actually, Perturabo. Alright, pull back everybody. They're getting beat down.
Let's get back into it! We're good to go!
Oh no, there's some people like trying to blame the whole heresy on Russ. Which, I mean, you know, killing Magnus is a, you know, didn't help the loyalists. Now, granted, the wolves have not been done a lot of justice writing-wise. But that's why I tend to use lore as more of like a guideline. Not as the absolute truth. What? I don't remember what I said. Yeah, I always thought it was cool that Russ and Magnus were like parallels but opposites. And if Russ comes back, him missing an eye but like the opposite eye of Magnus, I think that'd be a cool little thematic choice. Alright, so I still have plenty of space to build more. Let's go ahead and build up our mech shop.
Build it right up for you. Build it right up for you.
Yeah, because he killed Magnus, who was supposed to sit on the Golden Throne in place of the Emperor to stop. And if he had survived, he could have stopped the warp insurgency and, you know, beneath the palace.
What's it? What's it?
Not really the cause of the heresy, but maybe I misquoted it. Because, I mean, Erebus started the heresy. Come on. I don't really need any of these. The war trucks will make it easier to transport past the blood pool. Or blood pulse. We only have to dodge the one, and then we're set. Let's get some more tank busters. We have enough anti-infantry with the flash kits. Yeah, I like the lore, and that's mostly what I'm into. And I play the games. Don't play the tabletop.
Here's the blow stuff up. Where's the target? If that's what you want.
Excuse me, man. We're just acting up today.
Here's the blow stuff up. Target.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, some people really hate certain factions. There's not a single faction that I absolutely hate in 40k. I think they're all just varying degrees of cool.
I got just what you need.
I think Magnus is probably one of the more tragic Primarchs, too. Like, as a Space Wolves fan, I really empathize with Magnus, because everything, he was unique among Trader Primarchs, that he was the only one that was always trying to do right. He kept messing up. His hubris got in the way. So did Russ's. So did most of Primarchs. Like, they're all intended to be tragic. Yeah, and sometimes I think it's necessary to retcon, because there's some, well, some of the earlier stuff was a little bonkers. I like some of the retcons, like the Primarchs are now, like, demigods instead of just generals and stuff like that. They weren't really special in the old lore.
Still time to operate. The duck is in.
What is it? If you say so. I'm
Alright, let's go make some, war trucks. Get this vehicle boost out. I think it's only 2 per war truck, right? How many squads do I got? 4, 8. How far over did I go? Just these? We'll just make as many as we can. Yeah. I mean, but kind of in their defense, I mean, I know this isn't the actual case, but, you know, whatever book you're reading, the protagonist should be, like, the hero. Even if they are villainous, because you want the reader to empathize with them. Like with, like, the Night Lord's Omnibus and stuff like that. And I still think some of the best writing was, like, the first 3 Horus Heresy books. I really enjoyed Fulgrim as well. I enjoyed some, like, the one-shot stories, like 15 Hours. Those are always fun.
No pain, no gain. Find the bodies. I need more bodies. Still time to operate.
War tracks is advanced. This is my war track. Pretty nice, huh?
Who you want me to cut?
Ready for stomping?
War tracks is advanced.
What's going on, Joseph? Yeah, I like it when there's not good endings too. I like the bad endings. Or, you know, Pyrrhic victory endings. Like the introductory cutscene to Dawn of War. That's the sort of stories that I like.
Ready for stomping? That's what I was thinking.
Alright, and the war boss gets his own truck. I'll just grab the rest of these upgrades because we can. Gretchen upgrade, I think that's it. I guess increased health for all vehicles would be nice. Also, speaking of 40k lore, I've been really enjoying the Chaos Gate game that came out. I can get across, guys. Once y'all all across, where are you going, buddy? These tank busters, so I'm gonna pull them back this way. Start dropping upgrades here, make the defense a little easier. Alright, get across, guy. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. The developers, I think all they had made before this was like a mobile game or something. But, I mean, all the little details and stuff, they did a really good job with it. Like, my only grievance so far is just how cartoony the models look. But I mean, it's such a minor grievance. I don't really care. I guess the fact that I can probably already guess the plot, like I guarantee the Inquisitor is going to betray us. It's so standard 40k. Oh, there's an Inquisitor investigating chaos. Well, I excuse me. Guarantee she's going to be corrupted by it.
I will not answer them.
Nope. Everybody just stop. War boss is about to get killed by the blood pulse. Yeah, I mean, I guess after you write something for so long. I mean, 40k itself isn't like an unpredictable genre anyway.
Storm boys, he's ready for a fight. Time to hit him hard.
Oh, Bloodthirst, you do not want a piece of this, buddy. A slight error in judgment. That's okay, though. Happens to the best of us.
Send me to the boys. Who you want me to cut?
They shooting us.
Ready for stomping?
Yeah, the gameplay and stuff, like, there's just a bunch of, like, nuanced mechanics to it that's just really nice. Lost somebody. Did I lose a whole squad? Maybe of tank busters? Yeah, it looks like maybe a squad of tank busters got blown up. Son of a gun. They were not supposed to be right there. I thought that the blood pulse already went off, so I got a little reckless. I wasn't paying that much attention to the timer. That's okay. Well, the Imperium does like its swords. And they tend to get a little carried away with trying to use the weapon of the enemy. I mean, one of the most common tropes of 40k is that, you know, chaos corrupts everything. If you use it, it's going to corrupt you. When we saw it, was it Deus and Carmine? The Blood Angels books. That was a corrupt Inquisitor. Oh no, there's another story. It might be a game. Oh, Space Marine, the game, another corrupt Inquisitor. It's a really easy trope to write. Because, like, Inquisitors are already slightly distrusted, so it's easy to have them be a villain and not, you know, make people angry. Yeah, Logan Grimnar uses the Cornate Axe. The Axe of Mordecai. I think that's what it's called. I know Mordecai is the death god on Fenris. That's okay. Logan Grimnar can handle it. He, you know, he can sprint in Terminator armor and leap. I mean, it's nice to have like little nuanced things and potentially set up storylines in the future. It's like the Blade of Antweir that the Grey Knights have in their possession. But in Logan's defense, the Axe of Mordecai has been sanctified. I mean, it's still a Cornate Axe, but it has been sanctified and forged for use by the Space Wolves. Yeah, it's the rule of cool. If it corrupts them in a story at some point in the future, excuse me, also cool. Now the first time a Space Wolf has fallen to chaos. What's his face? I don't remember his name. There's one famous, relatively famous Space Wolf that fell into chaos. It's only named Space Wolf that's fallen to chaos. Most of the time, it's the Wolfen Curse. That's how, that's the bane of the wolves. Yeah. Well, Logan Grimnar has done a lot that regular Space Marines can't. He's got a lot going for him. Well, I guess a lot of the chapter masters have. I mean, look at Calgar and Dante.
See the faith of my crusaders. They will cleanse you of your
They
disbelief.
shooting us!
I mean, I'm actually gonna feel this push. I don't really have anybody tanking for my units. Run out of big shooters as well. That's what's doing all my damage right now. I think we've got it. Oh, yeah, take care of these guys. No, they're not more resistant to chaos. At least, well, nothing lore-wise that I'm familiar with. Now, you have like the like the 13th Great Company, who have been in the warp for ages, and then succumb to chaos. Potentially because of the Wolfen Curse. It could be attributed to that. There's really no lore backing that up, though. Speculation. Now, they can't create... Well, before the Primarchs, they couldn't create any founding chapters, so the Space Wolves was the only legion that didn't create any chapters. Because whenever they did, the Wolfen Curse would take hold. There was one chapter, I forget the name of it, and they tried, but the Wolfen Curse was just, it was too severe. And then you have what some people consider hypocritical, that they have the Rune Priests, which aren't as susceptible to Chaos Corruption because they filter their powers through talismans and Fenris itself. Some people don't like that, but even like, I don't know, there's a lot of lore backing that up, that statement, that boast, I guess. Because the Storm Seers of the White Scars do the same thing. They follow their homeworld's traditions, and it tempers their delving into the warp, and so they're less likely to overreach and become corrupted. Unlike the Thousand Suns and stuff like that. Some people hate that. I think it's a cool thing with those two chapters. It's a nice homage to their home planets. Because after the Council of Nicaea, they kept their Rune Priests, just like the White Scars kept their Storm Seers, because they weren't considered the same. And they weren't part of the Librarians. Librarians is what was banned in the employment of Librarians, but Rune Priests and Storm Seers are not Librarians. They're still psychers, but they're not librarians. And they're not sorcerers by, you know, Lehman Russ's definition.
It is a poor shepherd who blames his flock apostle. This failure is yours and yours alone.
No, I will not go to the Basilica of Torments again.
Fear not, apostle. The Basilica is reserved for those who may redeem themselves.
No. No!
You will have no such chance. On Lorne 5, Warlord Gorguts had clashed with the Chaos Lord Krull. And that experience served him well when he sent his horde into the Demas Peninsula. Although huge numbers of orcs fell to the foul demons and black sorceries of the Word-bearers, Gorguts had plenty to spare, and eventually overwhelmed the heretics. Gorguts mounted the skulls of Black Apostle Eliphas and his sorcerers on pikes, and had them carried as grisly standards for his Waaagh. The other orcish chieftains, as ever imitating the warlord, promptly went on an orgy of decapitation, mounting the heads of the countless cultists and Chaos Space Marines left dead when Eliphas withdrew. In the wake of his victory, Gorguts assumed the name of Demon Killer.
Super creative. Demon Killer. Alright, got some more gear for a 3-to-1 kill ratio. Let's go make him tankier. Let's go get the mega heavy armor. The big mechs have made you the best armor because you're the best orc. Greatly increases health. 2,000. Holy crap. Yeah, again, War Boss, definitely one of the more powerful lords because he... And again, he's unique in that he's not the first lord you can recruit in a faction, even though he's a primary commander. Like every other faction, you can recruit like the Farseer first, the Force Commander, the Necron Lord. Well, the Necron Lord I guess just has himself, doesn't he? The Tau Commander. They're all like the first leader unit you can recruit when building up your army. Not for the Orcs. The Warlord is the last one. Well, in their defense there, that was mostly Magnus's fault. You know, blowing up the Webway project. Did the Emperor have, you know, make...
Who's there? Build it right up for you.
It wasn't the best decision to send the wolves, you know, to confront Magnus if he wanted to bring him back. Which is, I don't know, again, there's a little bit conflicting... Oh man, there's a lot of turrets here. Get this guy up here first. Because there were points where Russ tried to talk down Magnus. He felt he was grieved that he had to, you know, kill him. But he also didn't necessarily have to attack, so it's, again, it's designed to be a tragedy. There is no right side there. People like to put all the blame on Russ, but I don't think that's the case. Magnus could have communicated. Magnus, you know, shut down all communications with the outside the planet. Didn't give his sons time to like prepare or try to communicate or anything. He kept them in the dark. Had Magnus reached out to Russ, or, you know, sent a communication out saying that he surrendered,
Build it right up, what's it?
I think it would have been fine.
Yes?
But he did not. Instead, he hid in the dark and let his sons assume that they were under attack by the wolves. Which I mean they were, but... I mean, Russ had no idea. He just knew that Magnus was considered a traitor by the Emperor. Again, I know his orders were to bring Magnus back alive. And there was some, you know, tomfoolery in regards to that, but...
They shooting us. Where's the fighting?
I'm not doing anything. Build it right up for you.
It's one of those situations where I know Magnus cares about his sons, and that's why he turned down redemption at a later date, was because he didn't want to give up his sons. I feel like if he really cared about his sons, he would not have let that happen. He could have easily communicated and vocalized his surrender. Yeah, again, it's not supposed to be a good and a bad. It's no good and bad in 40k. You also gotta remember that we have, like, regular human Joe Schmoes trying to write superhumans and their thoughts. That's not always easy either.
What now? Please, no more kicking. Build it right
Like,
up.
both sides are definitely in the wrong, and
Build it right up. What's
I don't know. It's an interesting story. I mean, it's fun to dissect and, like, dig into it and talk about it.
Which way?
It now belongs to the Orkz.
Ready for stomping?
Because I mean, I love talking about it. I love the lore. It's like it's so neat. There's so much of it.
What? That's more like
Which way?
they shooting us. We're ready. Ready for stomping. Storm boys, he's ready for a fight.
Yeah, there is only war.
All right.
That's the crux of it.
For stomping?
It now belongs to the Orkz. Sod off. Let's get looting.
Hello? Who's there? Build it right up for you. Hello? Who's there? Yes? Build it right up for you.
Ready for stomping? That's what I was thinking.
Yes?
What?
Ready for stomping? That's what I was thinking.
What's it? What's it? Oh, yes, Maya. Going down. Build it right up for you.
Up yours. It now belongs to the Orkz.
And really, if you were to pin the heresy on anybody, I mean, pinning it on the Emperor is probably the best bet.
Which way? Build it right up
Green is
for you.
best.
'Cause everything's kind of his fault.
Point we go.
His lack of communication.
They shooting us.
Ready for stomping?
Are you building another monolith?
Why's you giving me orders?
First to fight wins. Time to hit 'em on. Time to hit 'em on. Let's stop some enemies. First to fight wins.
That's like in a weird spot, so I can't get to it.
For stomping?
Hello? Who's there?
Ready for stomping?
I mean, I guess they're building another monolith somewhere. I just don't know where. I guess wherever these guys came from. Yeah, and jealousy. Again, all like the, you know, the Primarchs and demigods or all that stuff. They're all supposed to... They're human. But without being treated... Well, I guess they're a little inhuman. But like they're the extremities of humanity. Like they all represent something that's just extreme and maybe good in a small dose. But it's, again, it's taken to its like its peak. Oh, they built it down here. What a bunch of jerks. Double click.
Please, no more kicking. Yes.
We get the job done fast. What are you waiting for? This is taking forever.
Ready for stomping?
Up yours. We'll clobber up good.
If you're not gonna destroy it, may as well. Don't do it halfway, you know?
Ready for stomping?
I will see if we can drop a few wall banners while we're waiting.
Build it right up for hello. Who's there? Which way? Build it right up for what's it? Build it right up for you.
Alright. Grab the tank busters. Alright, we'll take these two locations, and then we'll take out the Necrons. Hope we don't get attacked. We should. Well, the Imperial Guard might attack us. Ooh, a Mad Dog. I only have a single base.
If you say so.
Makes things easy.
Yes,
Oh, where's the fighting? Let's get looting. Shooting us. We get the job done fast.
Ready for stomping?
What do you
Gretchen
want?
is ready. Which way? Yes, that's good. Gretchen is ready. We'll go all sneaky.
I'm ready for fragging stuff.
Gretchen is ready.
Waiting for. This is taking forever. I'm dead now. What do you want?
Yes. Build it right up for you. Which way?
Green is best.
Alright, good. Tank busters should speed things up a little bit. Completely forgot that I got them in the last mission.
What is it?
What now? What's it? Guns might be that
What
way.
do you want?
Let's go the other way.
It now belongs to the Orkz.
Yes. Build it right up for you.
Why you giving me orders? You point, we go. Why you giving me orders?
Like Orkz capture things a little bit faster than some other factions.
Build it right up.
I know the Imperial Guard capture capture points faster. I wonder if it's based on the number of units that are in a squad.
Where's the fighting? It now belongs to the Orkz.
Yes, you might have gone down.
Why you giving me orders?
Yeah. The ragdolls and the sync kills are what really sold me on it. Of the unique animations, like with the Bloodthirster fighting the Avatar of Cain, or the Defiler and the Dreadnought.
They shooting us. It now belongs to the Orkz.
Build it
What
right
do
up.
you want?
Caption points then.
Let's get looting.
Go up that way. Oh, that's a couple of my shooter boys. Is that good? Come back.
We better be going to a fight. Don't hold on to the end of it.
That's not gonna matter. We're gonna destroy this. I'm not gonna pull them off of it either. Yeah, I think this game is definitely ahead of its time with just like the cool things in it. I got a Mad Doc. What does it say about him? Makes the best fighting juice in the whole WoW. Yum. Gorgat says it's true. It must be. Alright, so gonna take this out. And then next turn we'll take out the Necrons. That'll probably be all we do this stream. I do plan on streaming tomorrow as well, since I have a 3-day weekend.
Why's you giving me orders?
What's it?
But something might come up, you never know. I plan to stream tomorrow. But plans only survive until contact with the enemy. Or don't survive contact with the enemy, however you want to say it.
What is it?
Read a couple variations of that quote.
Gretchen is ready.
They shooting
Build
us.
it right up for you.
Also, I need to...
What are you waiting for?
Oh, that's a lot of turrets. Nope, they're not going in first.
Gretchen is ready.
Alright.
Yeah, want to upload a proper channel update.
If you say
I've got a lot of stuff going on. I want to update everybody.
now belongs to the Orkz.
That's what I was thinking.
Hello?
Mentioned it last stream as well.
Build it right up.
What is it?
But I'll save most of that for the
Why's you
the
giving
update. That'll be the biggest channel update so far.
We're clever of good.
Please, no more kicking. Okay, all right. Which
Do.
way? Build it right up for you.
Up yours. Why's you giving me orders? It now belongs to the Orkz. Yeah? Let's get looting. They shooting us.
But I already have a squad over here for this.
Build it right up for you.
Why's you giving
Oh,
me orders?
this guy's still shooting at me. Take care of that.
We're clever of good. Why's you giving me orders? It now belongs to the Orkz.
Takes so long for the Necrons to disappear. Drives me up a wall.
Yes, you might have gone down.
What do you want? Let's get looting.
And the Orcs are great. They are the purest faction in 40k. They have no agenda. Well, some Orcs have an agenda. That's not entirely truthful. Orcs aren't always bad. I mean, if you look at the, you know, World of Warcraft, Azeroth, Orcs aren't inherently evil.
Sod off.
Hello? Who's there?
What do you want? Let's get looting. Why's you giving me orders?
No pain, no gain.
Why's you giving me orders? Point us at the tanks. We've got to go. They shooting us.
I'm not doing anything. Hello? Who's there? Build it right up. What now? Build it right up for you. Who's there? Build it right up for you.
Why's you giving me orders? We've got to go.
Oh, it's really that much faster than I thought. We'll do have a killer clan. I guess that makes sense.
It now belongs to the Orkz.
Gotta capture the relic. They must be building another one somewhere. Oh, it's back there. Might even let them complete it while I sit back here and
Which way?
What do you
do my own
want?
thing.
Let's get looting.
What now? Which way? What now? Build it right up for you.
The Orcs are actually heading in the other direction. They're not evolving into something better, they're devolving. So next it'll probably just be Orkz. And later on it'll just be Kuss. They used to be the Krorks, but they lost the K and the R. So yeah, I assume they'll lose the O next, those will be Orkz. The Krorks are really scary, based on what we know of them. Basically, Space Marine equivalent of Orcs. And they were smart. Not that Orcs aren't brutally cunning or cunningly brutal. Mind you. Alright, that should be it, right? Oh, this is not a very good base at all, is it?
Which way? I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, let's change that.
Build it right up for you.
Oh, hey, boss. Orkz, Orkz.
Alright. Let's go on to these guys. Probably grab a couple shooter boys. At least one. May as well do two.
Please, no more kicking. Build it right up for you.
What is it? Here's something fixed.
let's head this way. Got a couple of the early squads of Imperial Guard.
What's it? What's it?
Enemies for stomping! They shooting us!
They've already got Kasserkin. Oh boy.
Oh, here, boss.
You get him, guys. Oh jeez. What? Threw a grenade at us. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, let's get these guys over there. Let's go build our pile of guns while I'm thinking about it.
Scared of me!
Build it right up for you.
What do you want? Oh, here, boss. Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
There we go, their morale broke. Wait, what am I getting? They have a grenade launcher somewhere? Or they have artillery somewhere.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Oh, what? It's a group of orcs.
I'm working on something. Where's the fighting?
It's their battle cry. It is
I'm working on something.
it's a group of orcs. They call it a wah.
Where's the fighting? Wake up, boys! It's time for fighting! What is it?
All right, let's go. Should be all we need.
Go.
Yeah,
Where to?
me too. Well, might have a dedicated dwarf faction. They have elves and humans and orcs and dark elves.
Here we go.
They've got the Tomb Kings. So go out ahead and we'll go ahead and say that the Tyranids are Skaven.
Moving out. Enemy
Though I have seen the argument that humans are the Skaven of 40k.
us. Yeah, we'll cover up good.
Oh, it's our orc population. So orcs have slightly different population mechanics.
Here we go.
So some factions you just research it. Some require you build certain buildings, like the Imperial Guard. You have to build like infantry commands. Orcs, you have to build these wall banners, so it builds up the wall. And since a wall is a group of orcs, the bigger the wall, the more orcs you can have under your banner.
Working on something. We'll clobber up good.
And so the mechanic plays that way. You build up your wall by building population. By building your wall banners. So more orcs can flock to you and you can recruit more. Has a few meanings. It means war. I mean, it's also like their battle cry. But yeah, it's actually, in fact, when we hear the orcs speaking, they're not actually speaking English. They're speaking Orcish, but it's translated for us. And like the Imperium speaking High Gothic.
Here we go. We'll clobber up good.
Or Low Gothic. It's speaking Gothic of some kind.
We'll clobber up good. What is it? Moving out. Give you say.
Let's move closer. What are y'all doing?
Where's the fighting? Wake up, boys. It's time for yours. They shooting us. Green is best. We'll clobber up good. We'll clobber up good.
Yeah, what else has unique mechanics? The Necrons you have to build obelisks for. It's like it's resurrection points. Or awakening points.
We'll clobber up good.
What does the Tau do? Just as you build buildings for the Tau, right?
What is it?
Their standard like building progression.
You need
something fixed?
And then the Imperial Guard, they have to build the infantry commands. Or the machine
I'm going.
depots, whatever they're called. The Space Marines use research, Chaos Space Marines use research. Eldar are webway gates. Which makes sense, because more webway gates you have, the more Eldar you can teleport in. Who am I forgetting? I think in Soulstorm, the Sisters of Battle are also just research. I don't remember the Dark Eldar. I didn't play very much Dark Eldar. Yeah, Priest isn't very good in these squads. Far better in melee squads like the Ogrins. They have that fanaticism ability. Who was that? What? I don't remember what I said.
Doing anything.
I already have this up. Power is not generating very quickly, though.
Which way?
Alright, come on, Big Mac. I was not surprised they didn't have commandos in this game for the Orkz.
That makes walking faster.
I mean, it fit the gameplay. I mean, the Space Marines have their scouts. Vindicare Assassin for the Imperial Guard and stuff. And there's a few units missing from the Imperial Guard. The Catachan squads or something would make sense to have. Oh, that was probably the Priest. The Priest has a pretty big AoE attack like that. He's part of the command squad.
What is it? Oh, don't bother me. I'm working on something. Wake up, boys. You need something fixed. I got the good bits for this fight.
Yeah, the Burner Boys are one of my favorite units. When you get the Slugger Boys equipped with the Flamethrower. They look cool. Plus, it's one of the first units I ever saw since it was than the intro cinematic for the first game.
More kicking.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Two bases, so there's one here, and I think the other one is here, right?
Here to blow stuff up.
That might be over here. No, it's this one. Yeah, so here and here, opposite sides of the map.
Hold on to the pin. Throw the other part.
Plus, they look cool. They've got their goggles. They've got a cigar in their mouth. Like they're just a fun unit. The Burner
Here
Boys.
to blow stuff up. Tanks. You need something.
I bet it's like the iconic unit for the Orkz. Do not want a piece of this, Necron. Come on, let's dance.
Open him up.
Oh, he's freaking out. He doesn't know what to do. He gets shot up.
What's locking your tanks? Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Alright, we'll just ignore him. He's like trying to kite us into something that we don't want to be a part of.
I should invent some kind of machine that makes walking faster. You need something fixed? I'm going.
And really, the Orkz are genius. I mean, if you heard that quote, that should go with some kind of machine that makes walking faster, right? He's thinking of a car, or, I don't know, a scooter. Something like that. Yeah, they've already been invented, but he's no less great for thinking up the idea. He doesn't know they've been invented.
We've got the best shooters series. The boss. Ready for stomping?
It's always been a fascinating concept to me. Like, when two people come up with the same idea, but they don't realize they came up with the same idea. Like, not one isn't less brilliant than the other. It's just based on, like, timing and everything, or, like, resources. This guy, I mean, obviously, he knows cars exist, I can recruit them, but it's meant to be goofy here.
Where's the truck? Was I walking?
It's like when I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day, and it was the, I think the first duel, well, I guess technically the second duel between Kaiba and Yugi.
I'm working on something.
And he uses the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And so, I think the next day I came up with the idea of a Red Eyes Black Dragon. He even drew a little doodle of it and everything. And then the next day on TV, lo and behold, Red Eyes Black Dragon made an appearance in Joey's deck. Never saw any royalties for that. They have genetic memory, but yeah. Yeah, they live their life to the fullest and in the present. For sure. I probably send these guys up to the other base if I wanted to.
There's things to shoot over there. Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Do I have pellet guns? I do. Good and these researches out.
He's got the best shooter series. Ready for stomping? This is what we are. Got that good bait for this fight.
Necrolorders put up a heck of a fight.
What is it?
But yeah, orcs are kind of like goldfish. Very violent, large, muscly goldfish.
He's got the best shooter series. This is what we are.
And you know that whole saying with goldfish, like they grow to the match the size of their container. Orcs are similar. They keep growing as long as they keep winning fights.
He's got the best shooter series. Ready for stomping? There's things to shoot over there. We'll fill 'em full of holes.
Goldfish of 40k.
We'll fill 'em full of holes. They shoot us. We'll fill 'em full of holes.
That tomb spider. He's in a little bit of trouble, isn't he?
Shooters series. That thing's the shoot over there. Ready for stomping. The best shooters series. This is what we like, bets. We're two. Ready for stomping. We'll fill them full of all.
It's been a little easier had I brought some tank busters with this squad. Or this force.
That thing's the shoot over there. That thing's the shoot
That's
over
okay.
there. They shooting us.
Maybe some Mad Docs would have been nice to have.
Ready for stomping. This is what we're ready for stomping. Don't bother me. I'm working on something. I'll open him up.
Alright, is that it? Are they building another one?
Ready for stomping.
Can never tell with the Necrons. They take forever to
Yeah.
disappear anyway.
Where's the truck? Why's I walking? They shoot us.
Hey now.
I'll open him up. Ready for stomping.
This guy doesn't have a chance against all these flash kids.
This is what we like, bets.
That actually lasted longer than I thought. Good for them. Oh, there's a Necron Lord in here. Well, that would do it.
Ready for stomping. The best shooter series. This is what we ready for stomping. Yeah. I'll open him up. They shooting us. Stomping. We'll fill him full of holes. We'll fill him full of holes.
I don't know where they're darn
I'll open him up. I've got them good bits for this fight.
monolith is at.
Okay. Ready for stomping. We'll fill him full of holes. This is what we like,
Oh, there it is.
I'll open him up. He's got the best shooter series. That thing's the shoot over there? That thing's the shoot over there?
There is friendly fire, with artillery and stuff. You can't shoot your allies. Like explosives or indirect fire. That'll do it. It's just a balance thing, because you tend to cluster your forces. I mean, most RTS games don't have friendly fire like that. Man, like Total War does. But like RTS games in this kind of style don't. Hey, more war gear. Exciting. I mean, more melee and... what is this? 135... 60. Really? Guess it makes it better against... vehicles, maybe? Doesn't really say, does it? Huh. It's so much health. This is crazy. I don't remember how much health the Demon Prince has. So is this 600 health and 135 damaged. Yeah, same thing. Let's get this because it helps match for the rest of the stuff. May as well, right? So the red iron gob, get a fancy new iron gob to make you look flash and lets you chomp down on the humies. Increases melee damage and health. Yeah, let's go take out the Necrons. Shouldn't take too long.
The full extent of the Necron presence on Kronus did not become clear until those opposing them launched raids into the catacombs under the Thur Abyss Plateau. The first Necron massacres on the planet had occurred there, and their enemies expected to find some sort of alien bastion. Instead, they found an entryway into the underworld. Garbled reports from doomed scouts sent into the cavernous passageways revealed a network of catacombs honeycombing the entire plateau. Some of these now stood hollowed out, while others served as staging grounds for Necron forces. Worst of all, however, were the deeper tunnels, where row upon row of Necrons still stood, slowly waking to join their lord's global genocide. The attackers settled on a dangerous gambit. A strike force would enter the catacombs and plant a massive explosive device deep in the main cavern. An explosion there would collapse the entire network, crushing or sealing off the legions of still dormant Necrons and shattering those already risen. It remained to be seen if anyone could deliver this device, much less escape in time to continue the fight across Kronus.
Alright, with the increased movement speed from our legs, we should be okay to... Well, we'll cheese it a little bit. I'm still going to build up a force and march in.
We're all gonna die!
It's kind of a funny story with the Necron Lord waking up in a sarcophagus. And as it opens up and he looks up, he's surrounded by a bunch of, like, he just sees a bunch of beady eyes of the Orkz. Like, the Orkz rip him apart after the fact. I think that was a more recent story.
Lucky creatures. At long last you have found the tranquility of death. I was like you once, clinging to life and blind.
Let's just play some influence there. Especially the Imperial Guard versus the Tyranid.
The truth, I too shuddered and paled with fear deep in these catacombs.
Yeah, being here underground fighting some insect-like creatures. I can see it.
Brethren slumbered for eons, while the living grew like weeds. My lord knew this day would come. He had plans for us all. We would purge this world once more. So come, poor victims of life. We will grant you tranquility in these crypts. Kronus will be a tomb world once more.
The Necrons actually have the ability to create matter. It takes a long time in some cases, but like, you know, Blackstone is such a rare material. They can actually craft it with the scarabs.
I'm gonna stuff this here bomb down these Necron boys' throats. So let's get down there and get out right quick.
We get the job done fast.
Oh, fresh meat! How can I serve it? What's it? Build it right up for you.
Alright, let's go get these guys over here to help out with the tomb spider. Just woke up. He's getting his butt kicked. I'm actually not too worried about it. A small beating, but he's okay. Alright, gonna get all our generators out first. Build them straight back, so they don't take up too much space. Probably do the same thing as last time. I'm not gonna worry about vehicles necessarily. Just an infantry push, because I just need to get my war boss in there to get him out. He's plenty fast enough and tanky enough to do so.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Build it right up for you. What's it? What's it?
Boss, they got some right big generators. There's something running down
Build
there.
it right up.
Here, here, and here. Could be some good shiny bits there.
Oh, some trash. Get some boys to check them out.
Shooting us!
Which way?
Probably missing a builder unit. Oh, there they are.
You have penetrated but the very surface of our catacombs. More and more of us rise from the depths with every passing moment.
Also, tombs are usually a little bit more structured than this. A lot of,
What's it? We're not going anyplace scary.
open ground here. I guess most of it lies underneath, like, if you go inside these caves. It's a full-on, like, tomb complex. Not just a cave.
We're still going back to that slaughter.
Mechanicus did a good job of showcasing what it would look like.
Going back to that slaughter.
Alright, so I want to take the Killer Clan up here. I'm just going to grab these guys and take out down here and capture this next point.
We're ready.
Ready for stomping?
Storm boys, we're ready for stomping. Hey, boss, there's some kind of statue thing here.
We need all that black and green stuff. Wreck it, boys! We are deathless
Build it right up for you.
Ready for storm the beacon of unlife. The fallen rise again.
Alright, should be a problem. So we're immune to morale damage with Y active. Again, that's the Flayed One's like biggest strength is wrecking your morale and you're not doing any damage. Let's go and focus fire. I need to resurrect these guys. Alright, let's take this out. War boss, tank these guys for me. Let's hit them off to the side. Don't want them in melee. Why are you shooting that? Shoot this. Look at earlier, and he's just doing whatever he wants.
Build
giving me orders. Ready for stomping? This is gonna hurt.
Alright, we're not doing enough damage to this.
This is gonna hurt. A lot. Ready for stomping? No pain, no gain.
Keep all these guys down as they get picked back up. Alright, stay a little longer. It always does. I always overestimate my ability to destroy that thing in a timely manner.
I'm not doing anything. No pain, no gain.
We're clobber of good.
Let's hit those flayed ones. Of course, these guys are getting back up. That's another problem. Alright, pull back. Y'all are fine. Don't whine. Wish the tank buses would just keep... I mean, I know that was my fault, but earlier I felt like I clicked on this and they were shooting whatever they wanted. Instead of what they were supposed to. I got a big mech out.
I should invent some kind of machine that makes walking.
Little health upgrade.
Ready for stomping?
This is gonna hurt. A lot. This is gonna hurt. A lot. This is gonna hurt. A lot.
Oh, good. Destroyed the first obelisk, totem, whatever it's called.
I'm not doing anything. Oh, yes.
Ready for stomping?
The duck is in.
This guy's in melee.
Ready for stomping?
On my way. This is gonna hurt. A lot.
Yeah, some more boys would have helped. I'm trying to build up my resources so I can build the important ones.
Ready for stomping?
The duck is in. What can we do for you? Who needs operator?
Alright, let's get the Gretchens over here so they can build up their listening post when it's time, and put a bunch of wall banners around it to defend against, you know, the small incursions from these tunnels.
Ready for stomping?
It now belongs to the Orkz.
What now? Yes, that's good.
We're ready. We'll blow it to bits.
Alright, a little late for the grenade.
Storm boys, he's ready for a fight.
Shooter boys take care of most of that.
Where's the fighting? We better be going to a fight.
Get them in this, and can't. That's why we built some more wall banners.
Where to? I'll open him up. Okay. I'll open him up.
Which way? Build it right up for you.
I said far nothing to it. Let's go get that upgrade out. Defend us from some range damage. What do we have here? Last year research for the big shooters, turrets, vehicles, the whole shebang.
They shooting us.
Well, 2 wraiths. Not that it matters.
Please, no more kicking.
Alright, let's focus on some of these upgrades. We need that one and that one.
Why's you giving me orders? We're ready.
What now?
Ready for stomping?
He should be next to the Mad Dot.
That's what I was thinking.
Get some regeneration.
We're ready. We'll blow shooting us. They shooting us.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Alright, because on the monoliths we will need a lot of tank busters.
What can we
If I have more
do
tank
for
busters
ya?
than shooter boys, honestly. I'll probably just do flash kits and then all tank busters from there. They are paramount for this one. Don't have enough population for the Orky 40.
Hello? Who's there? Build it right up for you.
Here to blow stuff up. Hold on to the pin. Throw the other part.
What is it? Yeah?
Which way?
I'll put another one on this side. Could build more after that, but I don't think I really need to.
They shooting us.
Because this is... There we go. 300.
Hold on to the pin. Throw the other part.
Prioritize the flash kits next. What I need for this is the Orky 40. Oh, that's it. Alright, we're gonna get that upgrade next then. We need requisition more than we need power. We have plenty of power.
Storm Boys is ready for a fight. Alright. Alright.
Ready for stomping?
We're ready.
Ready for stomping?
Here to blow stuff. Shooting us. We've got to go. Where's the target? If that's what you want.
Alright, flash gets away. Honestly, I'm almost ready to make our push. We just need to get some more tank busters, some more population, and we're all set. Did I get this upgrade for the, I did not. Let's go and grab that as well.
He's got the best shooters there is.
Let's speed things up in the long run. Short term, a little detrimental, but that's okay. Oh, 70. That's not cheap.
He's got the best shooters there is.
best shooters there is. We've got the best shooters there is. There's things to shoot over there. We've got the best shooters there is.
Alright, so if I do one more squad of shooter boy, I don't need to the flash kits. I do one more squad just to be safe.
We've got the best shooters there is. We've got the best shooters there is. We've got the best shooters.
And then the rest of them will be tank busters for the monoliths we have to fight through. Wouldn't mind building more wall banners down here, but so expensive. Start these guys. I think we build 4 of these, right? Their limit because they cost population. Get 2 out, 1 for each of the flash kit squads. For the knob first, gives me some time to build up some requisitions, so I have to wait on it to finish reinforcing. Takes long to build.
On my way. Oh, fresh meat! I can make so many improvements.
They shooting us.
I keep throwing wraiths at me, I don't care.
Who's ready for Sergio? Oh, fresh meat! I can make so many improvements. Who you want me to cut?
Yeah. Ready for stomping. We get the job done fast.
Alright, let's get some tank busters out. We'll do a knob squad too. To keep my war boss alive. So I'm gonna put him in a squad. It's either Slugger Boys or a knob squad. Let's go do the knob squad.
Here to blow stuff up.
Because they're pretty darn tanky.
Point us at the tanks. If that's what you want.
Also expensive to build and reinforce.
This is what we like best.
I need to build
Yes. Okay. All right.
more population. I'll put it up here.
All right.
I'm just gonna leave this guy down here.
That's good.
We'll do another squad up here.
Nob's ready for bashing.
Build it right up.
This is what we like best. Nob's is better.
Alright guys, gonna get down here for the war boss.
Move here, move there. Make up your mind already.
That's right, waiting for my pop cap.
Build it right up for you.
Nobs is better than smaller, runtier orcs. No one's bigger or meaner than us.
Alright, what's next on the chopping block? Yep, and knobs, so we'll grab that. Grab that upgrade as well, and that's all we need.
Big is best. Ready for stomping? What to smash? That's what I was thinking. Ready for stomping?
I can upgrade these guys, and it should be about all we can do.
Ready for stomping?
They have so much population.
Get ready for fragging stuff.
How many more do we have left? 4? They only leave 4 pop cap left. This guy only takes 2. The reinforcement takes 2. Maybe 2 out of 3 mega armored knobs. I don't want them with me though. They're too slow. This is as much population cap as I can get. They cannot build one more just to check.
Please, no more kicking.
I'm pretty sure that's the limit.
Right up for you. What's it? What's it?
Ready
for stomping. Ready for stomping.
Yeah.
Costs 3. Probably worthwhile anyway. Get one more guy in there. Might be worth destroying Mad Doc. Nah, I'm not going to.
Ready for stomping.
Yeah, one thing cool about this squad is they can all get the upgraded claw, the power claw.
Stuff up.
Most of them that's reserved for just the leader units. So the Howling Banshees can get their upgraded power swords.
Don't hold on to that end of it.
Let's pull them back, and then we'll get everybody in there. And once he gets into the base, we'll pick him out of the squad and he can run back.
They shooting us.
That's what I was thinking.
You're not done? You want more? You don't really want more.
That's what I was thinking.
Alright, ready to push in.
I was thinking.
Maybe I can like kill a clans or something. I'm not going to. I think we'll be okay without.
I stand on.
Back.
Time to
Pull this guy back if we can.
I got the good bits for this.
Should be all we need. Range, we got the firepower, we've got the regeneration.
We'll frag 'em to sod.
The damage reduction
We'll move real
with the custom gadget. Not gonna bring my honor guard, they can stay back and defend.
They won't see us coming.
Plenty of requisition to reinforce my units as I go.
Whatever. Whatever.
We're golden. Or I guess we're green.
We'll frag 'em to sod. They shooting us. Use the boss. Use the boss. We'll frag 'em to sod. Use the boss.
Look at
They
them
won't
tunnels
see
is
us
empty
coming.
of Necrons. If we find
Use
another
the
way
boss.
in, we can move some boys through them.
Yeah, but we gotta find another one. I don't want to look for him.
We'll frag 'em to sod. We'll frag 'em to sod. We'll frag 'em to sod.
That was dumb.
They won't.
He just ran up and looked at us and got shot down.
We'll frag 'em to sod. This is what we like, Vince. We'll frag 'em to sod. They shooting us.
Alright, we take a few shots.
We'll frag 'em to sod.
Oh, let's take care of these guys. They break my morale.
We'll frag 'em to sod. This is what we like, Vince. We'll frag 'em to sod. Use the boss. This is what we like, Vince.
Yeah, the Knob Squad has 29,000 health. I mean, well, it has the War Boss attached to it, but still, I mean, that's only, what, 8,000? 8,400? I think the War Boss gets 10,000 with all the upgrades.
Whatever. We'll move.
The next upgrade should put him at 9,000. Because it's 600 health, if I remember right.
We'll frag 'em to sod. They
He doesn't get any resistances, though. A lot of the other commanders get resistances. Like melee or range resist. Which is also really good.
We'll move real sneaky like. that's what you want. Well, frag 'em, take
And not many of them get the immunity to knockdown. A couple do. I know the Chaos Lord does. I don't think the War Boss can be knocked down regardless. He's too big. He gets knocked back whenever prone.
well, frag 'em, take dog. Well, frag 'em, take dog. Well, frag 'em, take dog.
Who's he shooting?
Well, frag 'em, take dog. Well, frag 'em, take dog. This is what we like best. If that's what you want. They shooting us. Real move, real sneaky like. This is what we like best. Well, frag 'em, take dog.
Ambush the ambushers.
If that's what you want.
These flayed ones usually do the ambush because they can teleport in.
Whatever.
They expect those flash kits up on the
Frag 'em, take dog.
this dais or pyramid.
Well, frag 'em, take dog. Use the boss. They well, frag 'em, take dog. They shooting us.
Oh, lost one. Where's he at? I'm already replacing him.
Well, frag 'em, take dog. Well, frag 'em, take dog. This is what we like. Point us at the tanks. Well, frag 'em, take dog. Whatever.
Alright, I think there's a couple turrets up here. I'm really going to cut up this way and take care of them. Don't snipe my war boss when I'm running away. He has like 1 health and one of these things zaps him. I'm gonna be upset.
Well, frag 'em, take dog. We'll move real sneaky like. Whatever. Whatever. Well, frag 'em, take dog. Whatever. Well, frag 'em, take dog. This is what we like best. They shooting us. Whatever. This is what we like best. Well, frag 'em, take dog. This is what we like best. If that's what you want.
Alright, so now there's a monolith up here. Just gonna be ready for that. I put in some damage on my war boss, which I'm hoping isn't the case.
Well, frag 'em, take dog.
That's why I brought a whole squad, so if it does try to target him, maybe, you know, the knobs will soak up some of that damage.
Real sneaky like. We'll move real sneaky.
Alright, there it is. We gotta hurry up and get in here.
Well, frag 'em, take dog. Well, frag 'em, take dog. This is what we like best. You need something. This is what we like best. They shoot.
Should melt it once everything's in range. Just gotta get in range first. That's the trick.
Well, frag 'em, take dog. This is what we like best.
Alright, knobs are getting absolutely slaughtered. War boss is holding up okay.
Well, frag 'em.
Then those wraiths. Wraiths aren't very strong on their own, I mean, they can do a lot of damage, but they can't soak up a lot. So letting them sit there and attack me while I'm taking out the monolith was not the best choice. Alright, let's go get him back next to a Mad Dog to heal up a bit. Well, if you're immune to being knocked down, you don't get knocked off the screen either, because you don't move. So it's the same thing. Ooh, let's get these guys up here.
Why's you giving me orders? We get the job done fast.
I'll go ahead and grab all these upgrades. Not going to use them, but I can afford them, so why not?
Ready for stomping?
I just want to make sure that my war boss is at full health when he needs to dip out after dropping the bomb off.
Ready for stomping?
Actually, there was a monolith over here. Yeah, I should have taken that out, because that'll spawn.
Why's you giving me orders? Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Alright, let's boogie woogie.
Where?
And collapse this cave system on these guys.
Why am I walking? I'll open him up. They shooting us.
Get blown up here shortly. Not one less thing to worry about.
What's locking it is? This is what we like. I'll open him up. What is it?
Alright, so I'm probably gonna park all my range units here to defend. We'll just rush these guys in.
Why's I walking? That's what I was thinking. Point us at the tanks. Ready for stomping?
We ignore him for the most part.
That's what I was thinking. For stomping. Looks like it's gonna be a bad day for them Necron boys. Make up your mind already.
Is he stuck? What's going on here?
That's what I was thinking. No one's bigger. That's what I was thinking. Time itself bends to the will of the Catacombs fools. Come before the chronometron beacon and be frozen into the stillness of death. That's what I was thinking. Your eyes and dull your senses before the beacon of the deceiver.
Oh, the scarabs are really messing us up.
Are like deadly ready for stomping hidden from your sight. All machines serve the Catan in the end. Bring your vehicles before the beacon of the Void Dragon, and watch as they turn against you. He's ready for a fight. Ready for stomping? They shooting us! We's all gonna die! They shooting us!
Yeah, it's okay.
Ready for stomping? They shooting us! What can we do for you? Time for a war from above!
Wow, this is turned against me. It's okay, so long as my war boss survives, it doesn't matter. This is with my honor guard units. Not super happy about it. Not as fast as I thought he was. Well, he's slowed. It looks like he's hit by a pariah. I think that's a permanent slow, too. Maybe he killed the pariahs that went away. Maybe he got hit by a squad over here.
We's all gonna die!
Even here, they're terrible. I mean, they do a ton of damage. They're just super squishy.
Storm boys,
I guess they make decent scouts because they have that invulnerability option. I forget what it's called. Getting zapped on all sides by these darn monoliths. There it is.
back into it.
Yeah, get shot, loser.
They shooting us. We're all gonna die!
Ready for stomping?
Sorry, almost there. Let's not let these guys die. Another honor guard unit I have to replace if they do. Perfect.
Some of you
Bring them back, my lord. The living are escaping. My lord.
This is a bunch of this is a bunch of grenades. Looks like there's a bomb wrapped in grenades. Like power emblems on them.
Accustomed to the vilest of environments, Gorgut's Orkz ran headlong into the gruesome catacombs of the Necrons. Although the deathless warriors reaped a massive bounty in Orcish lives, for once it was they who were swept under a ceaseless tide, as more and more of the green beasts poured into the caverns. When Gorguts detonated the massive explosive that brought down the caverns atop the Necrons, he left scores of his boys to be crushed. Nevertheless, the survivors cheered their boss, even laughing at the ruthlessness with which he had sacrificed their fellows. Gorgut's headhunter left the Thorabis Plateau without any fresh skulls, but with the new appellation of Death Killer.
That's my favorite moniker that he gets. He gets a variation of Killa for every faction he takes out, but Death Killa is my favorite. Alright, more war gear. Let's go ahead and grab the big horns for more health and more damage. I guess he only gets up to 9,000 health. Well, I mean, that's plenty, right? Alright, so the big horns. Wear the horns of an even bigger beast and use them to tear the Humies apart. It always talks about Humies, but there's multiple factions. Increases melee damage and health. Another 135 melee damage. Oh, what is this? This 30? That's 60. It goes up to what? 630? Yeah, increases melee damage and health. Fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and get our honor guard back. Alright, I'm going to call the stream here. In the next one, we will isolate the Tau and take them out, and then the Eldar, Space Marines, and Imperial Guard. That's going to do it for tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Oh yeah, we need to take this out too. It shouldn't be too bad, because we get the Squigoth. Might get 2 Squigoth when we do this, which is far better than a Demon Prince and a bunch of cultists. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay classy. I may be able to stream tomorrow. We'll see. And if not, then I'll see you guys next weekend. Take care, everybody. Let me make sure I save. Made that mistake before. Orkz, save. Yes. I do it twice. I don't trust myself after that one with the towel. Okay, do it a 3rd time. Why not? Alright, only in death does duty end, and that was then, this is now. Not really. Okay. Some words of wisdom for bedtime.